Hey everybody, Ashton here with Gents, back with the top 10 list. Today we're taking a look at my top 10 spring fragrances for 2017 in the designer category, so no niche in this list. Stick with me and we'll jump right into it. Alright, there's only going to be one honorable mention this time, and that is M7 Fresh by Yves Saint Laurent. The reason that it's an honorable mention is because this is discontinued, so it's really difficult to find. And as such, I don't really wear it as much as I would if I could still readily find this without having to pay a jacked up cost. It's basically M7, but it's been summarized and there's some citrus in there to tone down the oud a little bit. Really enjoy it, but I don't wear it enough for it to crack the top 10. Number 10 is MOPP Surf. This has bergamot, grapefruit, aquatics, it has kayak wood. This is a cheap scent, so just go into it knowing that. It's under $20 on eBay, and that's for a brand new, still sealed 100 ml bottle like this one. This is an aquatic, sporty kind of fragrance that's more in line with something like Gucci Guilty. It doesn't smell exactly like Gucci Guilty, but it's definitely in that same family of fragrances. So this is going to be your more generic, mass-marketed, people-pleaser kind of fragrance. But there is a place for that. If you just want to spray something on that does not cost anything and still smell fresh and nice, then this is a good thing to reach for. One thing you need to be aware of is the cap sucks. So the cap constantly comes off. Even when I'm just trying to pick the bottle up, not by the cap, it comes off. It doesn't snap into place very well. So just be aware of that. If you do get this, never, ever, ever try to pick this up by the cap. Coming in at number 9 is Dior Homme Eau for Men. This has coriander, grapefruit, of course, iris. This is a more summarized take on Dior Homme. Obviously there's Dior Homme cologne, but this differs because it keeps the iris note as the prominent note in the fragrance. It's just toned down and made more wearable, especially casually, than Dior Homme. Coming in at number 8, Pal Ziliri Sartorial. So this has sandalwood, vetiver, and it's a great alternative to Gucci Rush. Now Gucci Rush is a favorite fragrance of mine, but this is also discontinued and therefore is very expensive. This will give you a very similar feel and smell, especially in the open, to Gucci Rush. The main drawback to this fragrance is that it does not have very good projection. So when you wear this, if you're wanting it to project for, any decent amount off your body, you have to go a little heavy on the trigger. Number 7, 24 Ice Gold by Scent Story. This is one of my wife's favorites, so it had to make the list. This has bergamot, jasmine, a nice woody base. It's fresh, it's bright, it's invigorating. There are florals in this and a good amount of them, and it shares similarities to Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue for women, so you need to know that going in that this is a unisex fragrance through and through. But it does smell great, and it does get compliments. Number 6, Carolina Herrera Central Park. This has ginger, cardamom, and cedar. The blast of ginger right off the top is really nice, but it doesn't smell generic at all, even though that note is used fairly often. It's a little bit green smelling and also herbal and woody as it dries down. This one has just the right amount of class, so it's going to appeal to a large amount of people, but not smell too generic. So it'll help set you apart a little bit if you choose to wear this one, because not as many people are going to be rocking this as compared to something like a Bleu de Chanel. Number 5, Prada L'Homme. This has iris, amber, and geranium. This one is super soapy clean and very, very inoffensive. So it's pleasant, it's easy to wear. You can wear this in the office without having to worry at all. You can wear it casually, supremely easily, and it does get compliments. So this one is just one that if you're wanting to smell, again, soapy clean, fresh, then you can reach for this, spray it on, and not even have to worry about it. Number 4, we're going to go with L'Homme Ultime. This has rose, ginger, and cedar. It's another mass market, people pleaser type of fragrance, but it's different enough from all the other ones that to me it's more appealing. It is something that's very versatile. It is something that's a compliment getter. It's just a great fragrance that you can reach for, again, just spray on and go and not have to think about. And in the springtime, this is the one that I'll be reaching for because it's not as played out to me as most of the other ones in this whole niche of the market are. Number 3, Zegna Acqua di Bergamoto. So this has bergamot, obviously, citruses, and aquatic notes. Some people say that this is basically Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, only cheaper at a third of the price. And that's not that far off. There are some similarities to Neroli Portofino, but it's not a clone. This is obviously a bergamot-based fragrance, and I love bergamot. It's very well done, it's upscale, and you can pick it up for a relatively cheap price compared to something else that would be in this range in terms of scent quality. So this is a great bang for your buck fragrance that you can wear through spring and summer if you like, bergamot, citrus, aquatic, freshy type fragrances. The only thing that you need to be aware of with this is the performance is not that great, which is something that you would expect with a fragrance that's based almost solely around citrus and aquatic notes. At number 2, we're going to go with Rollon Homme Intense. This has rum, vetiver, mint, and even a mojito note. Now, all those notes together might not sound like it's really a great spring fragrance, but it is. You can wear this spring through summer with ease. Rollon Homme, the non-intense version, is also a great fragrance. I just choose this one because it works a little bit better for me and I get better performance. It's very versatile. You can use it for almost any occasion, and it will set you apart because this one doesn't get played out as much as other fragrances do in spring and summer. And my number 1 fragrance, Gucci Pour Homme 2, or 2, depending on who you are. This has tobacco, violet, cinnamon, and tea. And again, those notes don't necessarily seem like they would work in warmer weather, but this fragrance is fantastic for springtime. It's very relaxing, pleasant smelling. It's super inoffensive. Nobody should be turned back by this or turned off by it. The only drawback is the projection and the longevity are not so great. So I go a little bit heavy on the trigger with this one. But if we're just talking about the scent itself, just the fragrance, not taking into account the performance, this is one of my absolute favorite scents of all time. It just smells fantastic. I love it. So this one is going to be number 1. I don't really care about the performance because I'll just go heavy on the trigger. But yeah, Gucci Pour Homme 2. All right, guys, there you have it, my top 10 spring designer list for 2017. Let me know what you think about these fragrances. If maybe I left some out that you think should be added, go ahead and put those in the description. As always, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.